welcome back to another episode of Smashing That Bass. Today I'm going to do a rod review on the Shimano Poison Adrean, 6 foot 11 inches, medium plus, fast action, 1/4 ounce to 1 ounce weight. So this is not going to be an in-depth review of this rod, of everything it's made out of and all that. If you want to see that, you can go to Tackle Warehouse or any other site that sells this rod and read about all this stuff. This is just my experience with the rod and why I bought the rod, and that sort of thing. So I want to talk about the positives first. I think this can be a good rod for some things, not necessarily what I bought it for. A little disappointed in the purchase. So the positive thing is this thing is extremely light, which I understand you get that with your higher end rods. When I received it and picked up the rod tube, it felt like there was nothing in it. I'm like, man, is there even anything in here? So I took it out. Man, it's light by itself. I threw my reel on it, my Shimano Corrado reel, and it felt like you were just had the reel in your hand with line. Like it was insane. So that was really cool in that aspect. Another thing is this thing loads up amazing. I love the way it loads up. I threw like some 1/4 ounce, like a Texas rig, Carolina rig, like a Ned rig. I even threw some like small square bills, like the 1.5s. I think I even tried a weightless on it, and it loaded everything up super well, and it freaking bombed it. I was really loving that about the rod. But where this disappointed me was sensitivity. I really did not feel that it was that sensitive at all. Like I have like some Dobbins Fury rods. I got some of the older Shimano Crucial rods, obviously from Shimano, that I really did like those. So I have other rods that are sensitive, kind of like the Dobbins Fury rod. Like that's like a $120 rod, and I felt that it was more sensitive than this Shimano Poison Adrean here. I mean, I threw this at the Susquehanna for a little while. I threw a tube on it, and I didn't really feel that I had very good bottom contact. I couldn't really feel much. I picked up my Dobbins Fury rod and threw that the rest of the day, and it was just much more sensitive in my opinion. Now I did do research on this rod. There were a lot of good reviews. There was another review where a guy felt the same way I did. So I wasn't going to base my purchase on that 1 or 2 reviews that I saw that were negative, right? So I went ahead and purchased it. But the tip is, it says fast action. I think it gives a little bit more. It might be headed more towards a moderate, but not quite a moderate. So my plan is to probably throw more like crankbaits on this rod, and also try it out for some jerk baits. I have not thrown a jerk bait on it yet, but once everything unthaws here where I'm at in the next couple months, we'll be throwing some jerk baits on it and kind of see how I like the jerk baits. The price is like $350 for this rod. It's not really my first high-end rod. I do have a G Loomis GL2 drop shot rod, which I really do like as well. That's another high-end rod. I'm not sure that Shimano really did it with this one for me. There's plenty of reviews where guys say that they're sensitive. All I can tell you is, in my opinion, it's just not worth the $350 if you're looking for a finesse type rod. And I'm not going to pay $350 for a reaction bait rod. I'm not going to do it. To me, it doesn't make sense You know, you don't need that finessey type, you know, slow reaction feel. In my opinion, you just don't need it. You know, like $100 rod, I think, in my opinion, is well worth the money for reaction bait. You know, because you want something of quality, right? You know, I mean, you don't want, you know, something super cheap, but you want a little bit of quality so that it holds up, and you know, you're not, you know, breaking it and that kind of stuff. But you know, I mean, I know people do purchase those high-end rods for reaction baits, and that's cool, man, because, you know, they're lighter and all that, and I get it. It's just not for me. I'm not going to do that. So if I was going for a reaction bait rod, I wouldn't have bought this. Because like I said, I'm not going to spend $350 on a reaction bait rod. But at this point, I think that's just where it's going to have to be for me. Honestly, I would not purchase another one of these if I was going finesse. It wouldn't happen. So that's kind of my review here on the rod. Hope you guys enjoyed. And for those of you where the water's not frozen, good luck fishing. Keep pulling the big boys in, and we'll see you on the next one.